Welcome, everybody. It's June. Can you believe it? You made it. Congrats. Please let me know where you're tuning in from. Had a couple of last minute changes to my podcast spot, but I made it. Uh, as you may have noticed, I've moved, and so I am adjusting to my new environment. But somehow you keep finding me. So thanks for being here. All right. Well, today's topic, the title is What Do Others Recognize in You That You Cannot See in Yourself? All right. Yes, please let me know where you're tuning in from. Welcome. Well, it's Karen Smith Frazier here, and welcome to today's podcast, number 76. Can you believe it's June already? 30 days to the end of the first half of the year. So, how did your January to May go? Think about the wins first. Since we as humans often tend to gravitate to the negative, to what did not go as planned, I want you to focus on some wins. January, February, March, April, May. There's something in there that you can chalk up as a win. So do it. What's the point in putting all the work in, setting the goal, going for it, and reaching it or making progress toward it without some bit of fanfare? Reward yourself. Remind yourself that even if you are not where you wanted to be by June 1st, you have made progress and will continue to do so. With good habits, a community, a coach. When you are in a relationship with others, friends, choir, support group, whatever, they tend to give you some encouragement. So maybe this month it is your turn to celebrate those wins. Congratulations. For a quick intro, again, my name is Karen Smith Frazier, and as a nurse for over 30 years, I got to serve others, encourage, teach, advocate. In my last job, I was a school nurse, and to see the faces of students when they felt supported was truly the highlight of the day. Our school had a lot of families with a lot of complex needs. So I knew that supporting the students did indeed support their families, especially if I could get healthcare providers involved, as well as school interdisciplinary teams. After several years, I knew it was time for a change. So even though I enjoyed the work, I knew deep inside that it was time for a change. I mean, who could do what I do for these students and families? Deep down, I knew it was time to move on, but I continued to drag my feet. One afternoon, I got in an accident, and the answer was handed to me as I sat waiting for an ambulance to take me to the hospital. Yes, on that day, a car ran a stop sign, causing my airbag to deploy and gave me a nice knock on the head. The injuries gave me a chance to heal, but also to continue to discern whether this work, school nursing, was the right fit for me. Fast forward 3+ years, and here I am now, a podcaster, personal development and empowerment coach, trained by the Brave Thinking Institute, who teaches decades-tested strategies for adults of a certain age, or really any age, to grow into whom they are becoming, whether it is those struggling with money, relationships, or maybe a job. Instead of struggling to stay put, I help them take the biggest step one that they can take, which is to decide to make a change. Not just words, but the action word. My decision to move from nursing was a bold move. I thought, how can I help others be bold too? Well, I hope that showing up in rooms authentically and exiting the ones where I don't feel are in line with my vibration is a start. We often joke around about feeling or not feeling the vibe. It's not just luck that you step away from a relationship that's not serving you, or a job, or something else because the vibe is off. You don't have to believe me or take my word for it. It's neurophysics. There is something that happens when you start recognizing that your personal vibration attracts results that reflect that same kind of energy. So if you want change, think about change as if it has already happened, not just what you want to get to. When we talk about getting to, there is an assumption that you ain't got it already, that there's a deficit, something missing. You've got what you need. The real job and the work is to own it. And hopefully we get to work on that. One place to start is with my initial question in the podcast title. What do others see in you that you do not see in yourself? Now, this is not to be answered in the podcast, but actually for you to ponder, to think about. The topic came to mind over the weekend when this lady that I had never met heard my voice and said, "You have such a powerful voice." It was a shock to get this comment from her because I had never spoken to her. I had never met her, but she overheard me praying at church. So the question made me think about my response. I said, "Thank you," and then was invited to think about reading the scripture readings at church. As I left, it made me wonder how often I do not use my powerful voice or forget that it is powerful. And how is my hiding this gift impacting others who are waiting to hear it? These gifts we have are not meant to be kept to ourselves. So, what do others see in you that you do not see in yourself? I encourage you to find it, reclaim it, and unleash it. Now, I will tell you the topic that I had in mind for today just got totally sidetracked by what I just shared. And I think part of what we often don't do is follow that instinct when there's a bigger message that I'm supposed to share or that you're supposed to share. And we don't do it because that's not the one we planned. That's not it. And so today, the podcast is short, but I'm hoping that you will take that time to ponder that question. What do others see in you that you don't see in yourself? And think about how you holding on to that gift is not serving those around you who need to hear from you, who need to be in the same space as you, who need to benefit from your gifts. Well, that's it for today. Short and sweet. If you enjoyed this podcast, I encourage you to share it. Please leave me a comment, a direct message, so that we can connect and you can get on my mailing list for I can let you know what I'm up to with my life coaching business. I'm also a speaker, and it would just be great to connect if that's something that sounds interesting to you. So just DM me and let me know. Let me see, what's a good word? What's a good word that I can ask you to put in? Let's see. Gifted. All right, because you are gifted. And so if you want to connect with me, put gifted in the chat, and I'll make some time in the calendar to connect with you. All right. Let's just check in to see if anybody's tuning in. Yay! Actually got somebody here today. Thank you. Let's see. Yes, thanks for being here, Tony. Appreciate you and appreciate all who will check in with the podcast later. In the meantime, unleash your brilliance, uncover your light. The world is still waiting for you. So bring it on. Have a great day, everybody.